Hello, is that better? Is that better? That is 100 times better. That is 100 times better. Bet. 4 viewers on 4 viewers on Pump Fun. Is that real? I doubt it. Dev, we actually have a message. What's up, bro? I get like no activity on Pump Fun, but I go live on like every other platform. So usually TikTok gets the most engagement. Usually. And then I do like Kick and YouTube actually, and Twitch. But what's up, FOMA? How you doing? I'm about to start the stream on the other platforms. Is your coin safe to buy? Oh wait, this is not even the same guy. I'm an idiot. This is the same guy I saw last time. Never mind, if you are a viewer on Pump Fun, drop a comment or something. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to check the chat because no one watches on Pump Fun. Hello, testing, testing. It's working. TikTok. TikTok stream is prime now. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Steve? Vazie, what's up? I forgot I can play music now. That's actually so clutch. Let me make sure this isn't too loud. Let me know if that's too loud or not.
Coming now, a set staying in the good old 2020s.
That has to be a little bit too loud. How much you at, bro? We're at 106 Solana right now. But on a different wallet, I actually just hit a really good trade on Chopped. I was in at like 250, 260, and I sold at 1.4 mil. Put on a shirt, you're emasculating me. Bro, I have to wear the vest because that's part of the brand, and that's why... That's the way that I want to try to stick out from everyone, you know? Because then people will be like, why is he streaming with a bulletproof vest on? And it's like crime. We're trying to get like the GTA vibe going. I've always been obsessed with the GTA like artwork and stuff. So hopefully in the future we can model the stream like that. Bro, no way you want to spare me a soul. No, bro, I can't spare you a soul. Are you trading on Deck Screener? We just look at the coins on Deck Screener, and then we mostly trade through Meteora. So I don't know if you guys know what this is or not, but it's like it's a platform where you can enter liquidity pools, and it's just like a less risky way to trade meme coins. And that's basically like all the streams and the profile is based on in the Telegram. W camera setup. Is it good, Div? It's 'cause I have to have two cameras now 'cause I have the TikTok studio. It is very, very laggy. The TikTok stream is probably better now. But like I tried to I'm putting everything into the TikTok, like I said, but not awful besides that. Yeah, I noticed when I was setting it up that it looked very laggy. But anyways, Div, what's up, man? How's everything been going? I noticed the 67 pool is actually a bit slower now. I saw I was like $100 in range and had, I guess that's not terrible. But I mean, mine says just 1.3%, and I've been in forever, and yeah. It's at the bottom. If you look at the chart, it's almost exactly like its last bottom. Okay, sweet. Oh shit, I was looking at Gunnar tokens. Bro asked if I could spare soul and then dipped. What am I looking at? 67. Dude, I need to chill out with these drawings, bro. Is there a way that I can just remove... Oh, that's so clutch. It's me, Angel. I told you about the Creed coin that one day. Angel, what's up, bro? I remember you, Soul Cryptor. Yeah, Creed was actually really good to me, and then it was really bad to me. I think I ended up getting kind of... I just stayed in the pool too long. It wasn't anyone's fault except my own. But I stayed in it a little bit too long. Go last top before dip. To this top. Very similar. True. You never really know what these charts end up doing, though. It does look healthy. Hopefully it just hangs around. Should we get fancy with it and then do the VPVR? Launched my coin today called ASMR. It ran up good, but I didn't bundle supplies, so people just sold off early. Quote unquote being random. Well, you're right, but I mean, the one thing I've learned is like anything can always happen, unfortunately. That's why I'm just scared. I'm just play scared. But if you can just nail a range every time, then it will of course work, but ASMR, no, I did not see it. I'll check it out. I think you're in my Discord, Soulmax. I'm not sure if I'm in the Discord. I'll look at ASMR though. And what's funny is the chop pool sucks balls now. I was in it back here, and it was printing really, really well. But now I'm back in it, and it's super, super slow. Oh, you did one of these Gunnar tokens? Just kidding. Not bad, bro. Got to 150k. That's really good. Did you make some money on this? Oh, Vazzy and Soul Cryptor know each other. Market is still hella psychological. Still depends on a person and their bundle up until my chart. Oh, until my line. No, I know. I mean, let's hope it holds. Let's hope it holds because I don't know how deep you are in range, but I'd be happy if this just came back. I don't need for it to go too much lower. If it did something like this, it'd be so nutty. Only made a band. I let meme scope traders do their thing. That's all good. I'm perfect midway. Nice. All my calls hit more than 5x. These guys are flexing. You wait till you see my guy Div. How much soul you put on Dev? Bro, can you teach me how to trade? I'm trying to. That's what the streams are all about. I'll give you a brief rundown of the strategy, just since you're the first person to ask. But we use Meteora to trade our meme coins. You can enter liquidity pools, and it's a non-traditional way to trade them. So basically, you set up a range of where you think the coin might drop down to, in my strategy at least. So we pick big memes that have good names, like 6-7 is a good one, Chopped was a decent one. Some of the other more notable memes, like Troll, I guess, is a good example. But anyways, if you thought for some reason this chart from this level, this is the current price level, if you thought it was going to maybe dip down and hang around here and then come back up, you only want to do this with coins that you think will survive and not die off, because it's very possible that the coin can go down here and just die off forever and not get a bounce. So the way to negate that is to look at good price action, quote unquote, good volume, and number one is always the quality of the meme. I look, you go crazy in a telly and on stream, I know. No, you don't. You don't. I don't think you've ever showed a garbage ticker. Bro, that leverage on Sol to fed families. Yeah, I know, but I feel like there's just no way to predict that. Damn. Dev made 300 from fees and like 200 on the Dev wallet plus one hold wallet. I got a runner, bro. I got a runner tomorrow, bro. I only launch bangers. I think I follow you, Angel. Where do you buy a funded account? I feel like, I don't know. I mean, there are certain times you can throw on leverage. How far are you in challenge? We have completed the challenge. We are now at 106 Solana. After some bad losses this week too, we climbed out of the hole. Almost. We're 3 Sol away from peak. What do I do if I had $30 now and I'm at $3 and not sure what to do? I mean, I think majors are just so much harder to trade than meme coins. Just because you're competing against the biggest, like, you're competing against people with way, way more money than you. Like, in meme coins, you're at least competing against, like, other idiots. Whereas when you trade, like, majors and stuff, and you're throwing up your own money, it's different if you have a funded account. But, I mean, in terms of going leverage, like, I would do it very soon if Bitcoin for some reason goes to, like, 125, 130. And then, like, Shiba and Pepe and Doge start waking up. Like, those have always been very good to trade in strong markets once they start getting some heat. Market so bunts for Sol to be up. I don't think so. I think people are just, whenever Sol has a day where it deviates from everything, it's just like people figure out that Sol is actually the king. Div, if it's so easy, why do you not have millions of dollars? It's hard to be consistent doing it for sure. And a lot of people who trade futures and stuff, the only way they actually make it is by farming funded accounts. Because when they put up their own money, unless it's like a one-off trade where they make a bunch of money, like I don't know very many successful scalpers unless they're like a high frequency trader with algorithms. Because if you're just like raw dogging the shit, unless you have pristine risk management too, you can do it if you have amazing risk management. Any tips? I just started and got a solid portfolio built. Just try to preserve your soul right now. If you are going to trade stuff, be very confident in what you are buying, or and slash or learn how to use Meteora, because you won't get as big of gains per se, but you can get exposure to meme coins you like in a less risky way. Went long on Sol and TradingView paper, trading them up 90 bands. Time to go live. LMAO. If you do use a paper account, I recommend that you use a realistic amount of money, because when you are just throwing around random size on random trades, it can feel like you know what you're doing. But like when you're actually trying to grow an account, whether it's stocks or crypto, like it's way different once you put real money in and you're trying to grow a small account. Predictions on Ethereum. It's probably going to go up. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't. I mean, the thing is Div, to your point, like Sol could be very easy to trade once we just start getting like, I'm telling you, like you can leverage trade it in bull markets, but I don't think we're there where we're getting these crazy percentage days. I mean, recently we have, but like you can't just predict that out of the blue, in my opinion. Because who was to say that Sol would have strength over Bitcoin recently? Like obviously we know it's undervalued, but there's no way to time it, really. I mean, I guess you can trade this level, right? This would have been a good entry, but and then we could just throw on the VPVR, which does give you a good idea of where all of the liquidity is distributed. There we go. Can we not make this range wider? Sol is not dumping, bro. You must be dead. No, Sol is strong against BTC. I don't. If you're leverage, why would you need a big move? That's literally the point of leverage, because it's way easier to trade big moves, no matter what you're using. Like, you could be trading leverage here, but that just means your risk is way bigger, right? Because if you expect a 1% move up, then you're gonna have to throw in way more size. Whereas if your risk reward is better, like let's say you're risking this bottom area right here, and then you expect to move up to here, your risk reward is basically 1-to-1, which is not good. But if for some reason you get a big move here, where you're risking, something lower, and you expect a bigger move up here, then it's just easier to trade regardless. Called alt season, LOL. Once you see ETH outperforming BTC, you know the others under it are next. He's right about that. Sol is not dumping. I don't know what you mean. I didn't say it was going to dump. I said Sol is the most undervalued asset right now. Google is buying up Sol RN. You will see what's going to happen in the next 12 hours. See, it's just like when you hear specific statements like that, there's no way to ever know. The smartest people in the world don't know exactly what's going to happen. They have an idea. All the big Fortune 500 companies about to make Sol comparable. ETH and Sol are flying. They benefit. Sol to 500, mark my words. Bro, I think it's Sol to 1,000. Are you kidding me? Bro, Sol, do you realize Sol at 500 is the max, is the market cap of Ethereum at its max? Sol is a million times better than Ethereum in terms of usability. So why is it absurd to think Ethereum will 2 or 3x and Sol will 4x? Sol 4x from here is just not absurd at all. I know people who trade, I know people who trade TS bi-weekly, LMAO. It's much easier to predict 2 to 5% increases than 20 25% surges LMAO, so that's not factoring probability at all. But it's not easier because no matter what, when you are trying to predict a 1 or 2% move, I mean I guess, but like that just means your risk is so tight. That's like saying it's better risk to buy here when you can risk maybe the next level down than it is to buy in the middle of the range here. I don't know. I don't know. If someone is profitable doing this, then congrats, but I just don't know many people. There's hundreds of 2 to 5% moves compared to maybe the 3 to 5 surges that happened the last few years. But when you are trading 2 to 5% moves, that means your risk, it's like a 50-50 at that point. It's a 50-50 of such a minor move happening. Unless you have super advanced order flow understanding. Like if you were trading the tape very, very well, you can do 1 to 2% moves. But I don't know anyone that has that good of order flow understanding to do that. Trader Magus is one guy that I know is good at it, but like even he is not consistently profitable doing it. He profits a lot more in bull markets or straight bear markets. When it's sideways, it pays to not have any risk on. Like when something is sideways, you'd want to do something more like LPing. But otherwise, it's just, I don't know. This guy is good though. This guy teaches a lot of order flow trading. So if you do think it's possible, that guy's really good. How can I start trading help? This guy's spamming. What's the de-risked way? Are we going to see alt season? Yes. There's so many comments. Sorry guys. Sol will flip Ethereum. Of course it will. Hopefully. It should. It might take a very, very long time, but Sol's just better. It just is. What's the de-risked way of trading? I missed it last time. We were talking about trading through liquidity pools on Meteor. It sounds a lot more complicated. We'll get into it in a second. I'm trying to catch up on messages. 1 second, guys. What do you think the movement of Sol will be over the next 24 hours? Exactly, I'm not going to be able to predict that. I can give you lines where it should reject, but like I'm not going to be able to do it dead on. Are we going to see alt season? We should. How can I start trading help? Just watch the stream we're trying to teach you. It's not worth it anymore. I don't know, TBH, because I don't really trade perps. Solana and XMR are my only crypto bags right now. Not a bad holding. I just make Sol off meme coins. Bros in the chat really saying they'd rather trade chop than moves. LMAO. That's kind of my thing. Like you don't really want to trade chop like that. Trading moves are so much easier because you're getting all of the volume coming in, and it's just way easier to distinguish. Is Troll going to 500 million at least this cycle? Bro, I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I have some. I'm not talking about someone that sits in one niche and looks to leverage up and down all day. If you are at all in the market, the dominant coins Sol, BTC, Ethereum are indeed easy leverage points if you know where the market is headed, which we've decided time and time again isn't impossible. But if you get it, but what you're saying if you know where the market is headed. So that's assuming a long bias. So in that case, it would be ideal to have a big long move up. I don't. What's your strat long-term or short-term plays, and how do you get knowledge on how to predict? We'll get into that in a second. The chat's popping off discussing leverage trading, so I'm locked in on this for 1 second. I'll get into it. I look into alts, find good altcoins, and do some research. Don't buy something because someone tells you to. All good points. Did you even check it out? Trump, look it up. What are you talking about? Monopoly, don't fade it. I don't know, man. I don't know how to trade this. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I just think it's tough. I think it's tougher than meme coins. How you can easily tell where the market is headed within smaller increments. If anything, I can tell you the small month-to-month highs of where BTC and SOL may hit, way before an end year or 3-year goal for them. That's true, dude. I mean, anyone like you're right because you could just say 265 is gonna be, but I don't know because if something happens, like something can always happen, man. No one really knows if this thing could go up 20% tomorrow or not. Like, but I don't know if you want just try it. If you are confident you can do that, just get a go to breakout. I guess you might need to be 18. But you should if you think you can do it, just do it on a prop account because that is the best way to trade perps in my opinion. If you're consistent with it and can manage risk cuz then in that way you actually definitely can just profit. Market doesn't run before it walks. Bro, have you have you not paid attention to BTC past cycles? Like the market can definitely run before it walks. Like what happens here? Like we're kind of in a similar zone and do you see how it just puts in 10 green candles in a row? And then you think it might pull back here and it's like and like even right here, right? We're near resistance and it just puts in a fucking massive candle. Like anything can always happen in my opinion. Like Soul might reject here, but it also might like no one knows it could put in 5 massive daily candles and just rip. Nah, bro, the market walks before it runs. Bro, have you all been in crypto at all? That's how people get FOMO because they see it going up. They see it going up slowly. Exactly. I'm telling you. It is foreign as fuck, right? Like right here the market did not walk before it ran. It literally got wrecked in 3 days. And I mean, there's no way to predict it. You can react to it. You can always react to moves. So if that's what you're saying, I understand, but I've just learned I've been in the shit for so long. I've learned cuz at the beginning I thought I was timing the BTC chart back in what was it? Back in 2021, 2022, I thought that I was playing these perfectly. I mapped out obviously the bottoms. I was actually trading pretty decently back then. But then a black swan happens where things just keep going lower like I'm telling you. There's no way to predict. Unless you have a long-term goal that hasn't been hit yet. Like we can say 200k and then long every dip going up. Bro, how do I join TG? Bro, then there's no edge in this, even on bull swings. That doesn't support the argument of understanding the chart. Yes, but like, I don't know. I've just learned that accumulating as much as you can when it's down and holding it for longer, a little bit longer than you expect, is normally key. And take profits on the way up. Because this shit, like, bro, do you think there were leverage traders out there that made money here? If there were, it's probably around 1%. Cause how in the fuck are you supposed to trade this? You know them. Being in the market daily. I mean, I just don't know real that many real people that have done this. Unless you have a long from 26, like Look, I have a fucking Doge long. I have a leveraged Doge long from 6 cents, right? And I've held it for. I opened it in 2022. I opened it all the way back here, and I'm still holding it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people can do it. I'm not gonna doubt anyone. I'm taking a loan. I don't trade futures, not really. I have a funded account on that I trade SPY with, but like I'm so bad. But I mean, it's possible. It is possible with good risk management. I'm just saying it's very, very hard. And I don't think people realize how hard it is. That's why 99, that's why prop firms are profitable. Then so is Axiom, lol, and a lot in general. Dude, the whole point is that futures are a way more competitive market with a lot more algorithms working against you. Like, it's just harder, in my opinion. That's why some like niche trading areas are where you make money. If you do what everyone else is trying to do, you might get cooked. That's why there's people that are millionaires from trading small cap stocks that have found an edge within that because it's a niche market and it's not oversaturated. I'm taking out a loan and buying BTC if it dips. And I'm not I don't know everything, but I know people that have been successful in a lot of different market types, and I know very, very few scalpers. Like, if someone is profitable trading futures, usually they are a very smart person that has a high frequency trading bot or something of that nature, because that's who you're competing against. You're competing against Citadel, BlackRock, all of the major market makers when you're trading futures. Whereas the more niche markets, like meme coins, like small cap stocks, offer a little bit easier edge. Unless you find an edge of finding like prop firms, right? But there's always going to be exceptions. There's always going to be 0.1% of the population that makes bank doing whatever they do. Bro, I don't know what you mean by vague div. I'm just confused. Are you saying that you know people that are very profitable scalping Bitcoin and Solana? Bro, this chart killed me today. What chart? Soon alts won't follow BTC. That's a good take, actually. That's why you buy before everyone else. How will you be executing the Meteora challenge? Okay, sorry, Serpentia. If you're still here, drop a comment. I'm about to get to that. How do you start trading? Just start, bro. Can you talk about your process and strat real quick? I got to go. Sorry. Crime, you in Latino language model? I'm not. Is there anything else besides staring at charts? Yeah, there is. Bro, I got school in 6 hours. Now, if somebody's trading on spikes, they have insider news. How much funding have you paid on that Doge long? Just curious. I have no idea, KB. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I guess you can float around. Like, I have seen people make money trading leverage, but I just don't believe it's super consistent to do every day, you know? I think you can maybe map out spots. Tom Dante is such a good futures trader. He's OG as fuck. If you're interested in futures, you should actually look at his channel. He's just so good. I'm sorry. Is Serpentier still here? Here, I know people have been calling this BTC Ethereum push exactly for the last 3 months in terms of long-term leverage. I mean, I guess it's possible. I'm just giving my input. But with that being said, sorry, last thing I'll say about it is if we get BTC to 120, 130, 140, and Doge starts waking up again or something like this move is going to be a place where I launch up the leverage accounts and start placing some longs on top of some of the ones I already have. Okay, sorry. We're going here. So, Meteora. This is a platform where you can deposit money into liquidity pools. And if you know anything about trading, they act like a limit order. They act like a stack of limit orders. So let's say I don't have a range in 67 yet. It's at this level. I'm like, it might drop down maybe to 1 mil. I think 1 mil is the absolute bottom, right? Meteora allows you to set up a bunch of limit orders. So instead of saying, let's say you have one SOL here, and you want exposure to the coin. Instead of spending one SOL to get in here, Meteora allows you to split that one Solana between all the way down to whatever range you set up. So this allows you to manage risk very well because let's say it goes down 20%, it's now here. Your one Solana is now not fully exposed because if you bought your one Solana at the very top and it drops 20%, you're down 20%. But if you set up a bunch of buy orders all the way along that split your one Solana up, not only do you get protection in being in the token, but you get fees as it comes through your orders. Ready? Now, all of these lines above have been converted to the token because your buy orders have gotten swapped. You get fees once they swap. Let's say your buy orders of Solana that get swapped to the token. Think about everything above here now turns into a sell order for the token. So they just stay there. They hang out, and this way, if the coin goes up, you now sell out of your token back into Solana. So your one Solana, if the chart does something like this, you'll be down a little bit of money in here, right? Because your tokens are getting swapped. But if it goes up, your pool will now be worth one Solana again at the top of this pool. And you'll have earned some fees due to the coin going through your orders. Just to give you an example of what I've seen. Wait. But yes, in between that, it's not like it's sunshine and rainbows all the time. Like, bro, when Bonk Launchpad came out, people leveraged Sol like it wasn't rocket science. Yeah, fair enough. In those events, you're right. You can have edge. For sure, for sure. But coin range, please. Can't you do that on Axiom? No, you don't get fees if you do it on Axiom. Did that answer any of your questions? Is it okay? Cool, thanks. Sapientia. If you just drop a follow and DM me, if you want to learn more, there's a lot more resources on the channel, and you can feel free to join the Telegram too to ask any questions. But coin range, please. What do you mean? Plug? Do you want me to look at the plug chart and give you a range? Is that what you're saying? No, you're right, Div, because if there is an event like that or Trump, what's crazy, here, I'll give you an example of how fucking how you can miss opportunities because at the very bottom of the S&P chart back in what was it, like May or March or something, at the very bottom down here, it was this red candle day or maybe this green candle day. I was about to buy a lot of stock options, a lot of calls, and I was like, damn, it's like such a good spot. The risk is good. I can risk these lows. I was about to click the buy button. I went up to take a piss. I came back and the chart had literally ripped through the top of my screen in green candles, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" Trump made an announcement, tariff pause. I was like, "Bruh, you've got to be kidding me." I was an inch away from making like a fuck ton of money, man. Plug coin, okay, I'll look at plug coin, bro. What is it? Is it this one? Bear plug is on Bear chain. There's no way this is what you're talking about. No, you're right. But with news sometimes, yeah. I'm just battling you. I'm picking your brain. Plug butt. What are you talking about, bro? Can you just send the ticker? I'm looking at plug. Is it this one? I in the whole. I mean, you're not wrong either. Like people who sit all day in leverage. Like I don't know any winners. Yeah. So I guess we're agreeing because it's definitely possible. You just have to be. Your timing has to be very good. And that's why. But I will say that's why like the bigger moves are easier to play because you can just get in a position, and if you're right quick, and then your risk is just so easily managed. Pamp. Yeah, trenches have been dead. There's been a few good runners, but I agree. I'm pretty hands off. It's not bad. I don't like the chart that much. My homie got Cabal and that crazy. Bro, I can't believe Anon ran. I know, Div. I saw that. I was just looking at that chart today. It's just too far gone. I like the meme, but it's just too far gone. Chart looks good on which one? Gamer code. Just paste the ticker because it shows up at the. Wait, oh, it's this one. Butt plug. This is what you guys have been talking about. I'm sorry. This looks very fucked up in my opinion, guys. I need help, yo. FW Alex. Clanker. Damn. I kind of agree with you, user. Colts are probably the way to go. But you can profit on other things actually still. But butt plug has been done before, I believe. Div says it's been done before unless he's tripping. Fun fact, you can bridge from Soul to Pulse Chain. More plays to have fun with. I can't use Meteor on Pulse Chain. Ticker, I thought it was a good meta. The the issue with this chart right now is the volume looks very fake to me. This volume down here, it looks like something that will eventually just rug to zero. It might survive for a bit, but it does like these coins. I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys will know what I'm talking about. This chart looks very good, except for this red bar, this huge red candle, obviously. But like, this chart looks good, but just based on my instinct, this thing is being farmed very hard, and it's being market made very hard. It just reminds me, I don't even know. It reminds me of like piss coin. It reminds me of, I don't know, like cum coin, whatever the fuck. All of those coins, just I don't know. Little guy. Wait, let's look at Clanker. Sorry guys, I don't really like butt plug that much. Dude, Div, this thing is fucking crazy. I'd rather be early in DCA than to chase. Daps Fun is bringing a lot of fake volume with their coins. AI agents changing the game. Right? Doesn't that look like a fake AI, like market making bot or volume bot? Look at Hiki Slow Cook. I'm working on the CTO team. Hiko? Oh, Hiki. Wow, this thing's kind of like this chart's kind of crazy on him. Just sent you the lev on the on little guy, probably a WS bid. Yeah, real quick. Let me look at little guy. It probably is a W bid. Technically only character, and they haven't bought because of how new it is. Yeah, that's an interesting take. I like it. Just sent you on Telly, the leverage guy. No, just shows his rules. But yeah, seems like he even plays leverage more than I thought. That guy's valid. Okay, I'll peep him. Caspa. My friend likes Caspa. Whale, bear, shark. Would you say? Yeah, I do like the coin actually. We CTO'd at 30k. Have you checked out savings? Let me look at savings. Look at the website I made with a meme maker. Do you know who Putties is? No, I do not. Puddles. Caspa, I mean, my friend is pretty bagged on it. And I don't know, it should go up if alts go up. That's all I can really say. I don't know too much about it. I know it has quote unquote good tech, but do people actually use it is the question. Look at the website I had made with a meme maker. Yeah, I actually like Hiki. Okay. I'll check out the website. Looks good, dude. I'm probably not going to buy here. Chill House Whale. Bio Protocol. What's up, MB? Yeah, I didn't know your Twitter account was so poppin'. I saw that shit. I was like, damn. Motherfucker's got some followers. We got Fapital in. Yeah, dude, I mean, it looks like a pretty good chart, to be honest. But unfortunately, I'm going to stay away from it unless for some reason I decide to go into a liquidity pool because it's just too far gone for me. You were buying at 30k, so it's like I'm not going to be buying up here. But it looks good. It looks good. Don't let me Lizard ended up getting bids again, really. But I like the chart and I like the meme actually, dude. I do. But I'm just not going to buy it, unfortunately. What'd you say, Div? I think there's another one I missed out. You'd said. Oh no, we looked at little guy lizard. Interesting. Probably not gonna touch it. Can you guys hear the music? Peep AGI. I think I looked at AGI. I don't like it. It's too. The chart doesn't look bad, like, but it looks fake to me. And these coins, this is such a saturated meme now. Like, I'm not gonna buy the 50th AI agent girl. I'm just not. Like, LLM was running. Fire picture though. How much SOL do you have right now? On this wallet has 106 Solana. Volume been mid recently, like 67 volume. Pretty standard in the market right now. Yeah. Bio Protocol, I'm not sure what Bio Protocol is. Dank. Someone showed me Dank the other day. Yeah, I didn't mind it. Is that it coin? I saw this a long time ago. It's not something I want to be part of. This volume is weird to me. It looks very noisy. I'm going to start calling this noisy volume. I think that's actually a very good word for it. Very noisy volume, not clean cut the way I like it. And it's just the 50th tick coin. Not to hate on your bags, because obviously it's doing really well. But in terms of what falls into the plays that I want to touch, this volume is too noisy. That's just how it is. And then Dank. We're gonna look at Dank. Remember Dank actually looking decent. This is one of those memes that is 7 months old, so I like it a little bit more. And actually could be a good bid. Not a bad ticker, not a bad meme. I'm probably not gonna buy it because I very, very rarely buy anything. Look at Kitty LMAO will do. Oh man, not it coin. Look at Snake, a buddy of mine CTO'd at like 20k. If you're in it, I don't know. I don't want to give you buy or sell advice, but like, if I was up from 300k or something, I'd probably be taking some profits here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Thank you for the follow. Dude, wait, we have 33 people in the chat? No fucking way. Can you play a song, please? Play Big X the Plug, yeah. Damn, 33 people? What the hell? Yeah, Divot shit's popping. I've never had that many. We'll look at Snake. Alright, I'm going to speedrun all of the comments to farm engagement. I'm going to look at Kitty, Div, don't worry. What Big X the Plug song do you want, CT? It looks good too, bro. Whatever strategy you guys are using to CTO these, they look good. Texas by Big X the Plug. Yeah, we'll play it. Can you hear the is the volume a good level? Damn, that we're gonna go back to that song though. They had some X promos, shout out promos ad. That is all good. That is all good. But I'm just telling you, like, from my perspective, the chart just didn't speak to me like that. Do you trade live? Yes, I do. We're trading live currently. We just bag work like a motherfucker. We got some good connections too. Damn. I'm interested. I don't really know much about that side, so if you do want to chat in the future, I'm always down to listen. Savings for the win. Okay, we'll look at savings too. And then we're going to Kitty. My Kitty range is out of range, so that means that it has been doing good. It's okay. Like I said, the volume looks noisy to me. But it's not a worst. Out of all the charts we just looked at, I actually don't mind this one. Kitty, you guys are about to see what a good chart looks like. We are going to remove all drawings. Do you see how the volume is a little bit less noisy here? Do you see how it's random big spikes, random big sells? Like, this chart looks a little bit more, and it's a very small nuance that you have to learn, but this chart does look good. Bro, SLVR. You long or short term trade more? Recently it's been more long term. I'll try to swing by early on the next CTO, but we're pretty deep working on these. That's straight. I'm just curious if you have time to tell me how it works, because I literally only trade. I don't really bag work. So I will check out the Snake website. Kitty should run. Fuck Pump Fund for not building that shit. Div, I wonder if it is something like them having a trademark on it. So we are currently in Boss still. We got out of I hit a actual good trade on, what's it called? Chopped. So in the last month, I don't think I've bought one token straight out. But I saw this very early, and I bought at 250k, and I actually had a very nice 4.6x on this coin. I sold at 1.4 mil today. And I also played this dip. I bought out spot, and in this case, I wanted max exposure to this token. So even though I bought like right here, I set up a range where if it dropped even lower, I would get some exposure, some more exposure to it. So I earned fees on this drop, and then I sold that bag. I'm not sure. Maybe it was right here. Maybe it was right here, but I held my big bag all the way up to 1 mil, 1.4 mil, 1.6, something like that. How is that Corona? Very good. I'm trying not to get popped. Oh, bruh, I was in Boss at 350k, made a nice little bag on that. Sold all at 14 mil, then it really ripped. Dude, that's okay, bro. 350k to 14 mil, man. If I hit one of those trades, I'd make my month. But anyways, guys, so I'm trying to keep track of everything. So we enter these pools, and we make pretty slow money on them. I put in 5 sold into this one, basically $1,000. But do you see how I'm only $75 in range? But I have made, look, I've made $52 in Sol, $57 in Blob. So even though I've been in this pool for probably 2 weeks now, I've made 0.5 Sol, basically, and lost only 0.04. So this is a good pool, even though it's only making me roughly 0.6% a day. Ladybug on your wall, of course. Do you have Zins? Yes, I do. Get that shit out of there. You're going to be sick seeing a 10 million market cap little guy after a pump fund bid. Alright, should I bid little guy? Like, I just don't resonate with the meme that much. Let me touch a loan. I wish, bro. I would farm that interest, no problem, if I had enough money. Grandpa about a hit. So what makes you go long on these types of coins? I sell fairly early because I can't believe in them. That's a good question. I've been thinking about doing liquidity pools. That's why I'm here. So it's a one-sided pool. Yes, Whale. One-sided pool all the time, usually. The only exception recently has been the chopped token. That's the only time I bought flat out in like 2 months. The last token I bought early was Boat Kid. But for example, this wasn't the best example because I was down a little bit on this. Oh shit, I'm glad I got out. Wow, I actually nailed this. So my range was... So I've been playing Boat Kid for like 2 months now, right? I bought it very early back here, and I played the liquidity pools in this zone right here. And I've actually managed to sell on the rips nearly every single time. And this time, it was a little bit sketchy because I made my range a little bit too tight. I think I started it right here, and the bottom was like literally the very bottom of this chart. I think I was out of range for a few minutes or so. But even though I started my range up here, one-sided, right? So I started it when it was up here. Even though it went down a ton, once I got this spike right here and I sold out, I actually made money. So even though I was imperfect completely, I was able to take my exit and still make money even though I started bidding a long time ago. Now honestly, shit is on TikTok though with that Fantastic Four move. SLVR, sorry. I thought, for some reason, bro, that sounded like a stock. That's why I didn't look at it. Silver Surfer, yeah. It's not bad, Div, but this volume is a little bit weird, no? The guy who launched Chopped is in Hickey, by the way. Just tokens or Sol? Yeah, I just go in with Sol. Your Boat Kid was fire. Got that call at, I think, 300 to 400k faded, though. So, yeah, you'll see the kind of common theme, Whale, is when I'm entering these pools, I really try to choose tokens that have, like, good social narrative, you know, good attention. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I got out of a bunch earlier. 6-7 was very good. I don't know. Just those. Creed was actually a good one, even though I ended up getting wrecked on it. I made a good amount on it early. Bro, are the trenches a scam? I don't. I mean, there are a lot of scammers and bad actors, but you can make money through it. Guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Good night, CT. TikTok loves it. I love it. I don't know. My King Silver Surfer. Okay. Are you in it? Are you pooling it, Div? 1000% trenches are scam. Just gotta learn the game. It's not easy. Neat would be a good one to get into. Bro, I have my I was in a neat pool actually. I got out and I could have made a lot if I just sold on that one pump recently, but I kind of believe in it long term, so I got my fees on the pool and I got out. I think I entered it like right here. I think this was my range when I saw it running up, and thank you for joining the group, whoever that was. Neat was a great example though. A lot of those pump fund tokens that they started bidding were some plays I got into. I traded for like 2 weeks and just blew 500 bucks. Couldn't get out before rugs out cipher between good coins. It just seemed unbeatable. It's very unbeatable when you're trading them like that. Brain rot next, billion market cap. Someone was talking to me about brain rot. That is a good token, I believe. Damn, I saw this pretty early. This is a coin that I actually like because good meme, good name. Definitely has mind share. We had a guy in our chat that was pulling it from here to here or something like that, and I'm sure he made very good money on this. That's a relaunch. There's an OG one. That makes it a little bit less confident. 1 year. Yeah, that sucks. This happened with a few other coins recently. I forget what they were. Huh. That makes me less bullish. The new one, actually. Why is Buddy drawing lines on meme coins? Because I'm trying to show you what my range is. If you actually knew how to use Meteora, you might actually understand what I'm talking about. Sorry, that was mean. I sent you that vid on Cupsy saying the trenches are fucked, LMAO, for normies at least. You can just average entries. But like, Meteora allows you to enter into positions and get exposure while collecting fees. So, like, it doesn't make sense not to use the platform and do this method. Basically in any case at all. But if you do trade meme coins, you should definitely learn Meteora because it's very, very overpowered. This is probably the only reason I've been able to grow an account so consistently. Actually, I know for a fact that's the only reason. I sent you that video. Okay, let's see what Div sent me. So you just provide LP. So you're saying I should provide LP there? So what I'm saying is, if you want like to get exposure to a token, like let's say chopped, like you don't want to buy here, right? Instead of buying one soul right here, you can set it up so that your one soul is spread up between a bunch of limit orders going down to a certain range. And by doing this, when the token comes into your range and starts filling your limit orders, you get fees depending on how volatile the token is, how much volume there is. Sometimes you can get a ton of fees. Sometimes it's slower, but it doesn't matter because the token stays into your range, right? If it did something like that and your range is here, you would make a very good profit. You already saw that, LOL. I was just bringing it up again. Oh shit. That's what I'm saying, Div. Like, oh my god, look at his limit orders. Damn. Yeah, man, this shit's tough. It's just like so hard to. This is the guy. He says 2% daily goal, 2% stop loss max, close half at +1 R, move stop to break even, and then let take profit hit. I mean, those are great rules. If you want to make it futures trading, that's the only way to do it, is having rules that, followed by Beaver and Colin. He's smooth. All right, I'll check him out. Axiom does that, but Axiom doesn't give you fees. Like, they pay you fees based on your on how many orders you place. But when you're providing liquidity on Meteora, you are like the market maker. So whatever orders come through your pool, you get fees on. It's not like the platform is paying you. You are literally taking fees from from the person placing the order. Whether they're selling tokens into your soul, you are taking a portion of their tokens, and they're losing a little bit on slippage. You are literally like the market maker in this case. Are you saying you can just LP on Axiom? Because I was not aware. If so, oh yeah, yeah. So like in any case, usually it's just if you want to place a limit order or a limit buy, like using it through Meteor is good because you'll just get so much more. Even if you want to, instead of setting up a range, if you wanted to just limit buy something, you could set all of your one Solana into one little bin or one little bid. Axiom does that, lol. So if I put 10 Sol in chopped LP, what's that? 2. So like, for example, look at Dolo, right? Wait, that's not in range. So Dolo, I had an LP, let's see if I have it mapped out. I think this was my range on Dolo, right? And I put in 6 Sol, spread it out in a way where most of my Sol is stacked towards the bottom. And as it went into my range here, right, I collected $116 in Dolo fees and $81 in Solana. And when it went into my range, my pool decreases in value. So this probably went down to 5.5 Sol at one point, right? Maybe a little bit less, 5.7. My pool was losing value, but as it comes back out of my range, above this red line, my 6 Sol stays 6 Sol. And then I have these leftover fees that I can hold or trade. How much did I put in? I set the range with 6 Sol, right? But it probably only got in $200 into my range. So it probably got to like this bin right here, which is probably $200 in. I'm happy you cooked on Chopped though. I know, I needed that. I showed my homie's dad Dolo. He said it's the type of shit he'd hang in the garage. The community, I was looking at the Dolo community too. It's actually not bad. Is the vest just for Aura while trading? So like you put in 200. So yes, technically I put in 200, but that's only because like you see how the chart came down to here? At this lowest point, this is where my range started, right here. At that arrow. So this is the bottom of my range. So at the bottom here, my 6 Sol would be completely swapped to the token. But since it only got to here, I probably only got $200 in range. And then at this level, I was probably only $100 in range. So you want it to come down and hang around here because you get paid, you get fees when the price moves up and down. So like here, even though it went down here, I'm making fees as it goes up. I make fees as it goes down. I make fees, right? So if for some reason this coin came down here and came here and came up, I would have made way more fees, but I'd be taking on more risk because my pool would be worth less right here. Your hope is that your fees make up for the pool depreciation. So what I don't get, yo, what's up, Shark? So I don't get it. Did you put in 6 Sol or 1 Sol? So I set up these two red lines. There's 6 Sol in buy orders spread out from here to here. As we get further down into the chart, my buy orders start getting bigger and bigger. So 6 Sol is spread out in between here. as the chart goes down, my buy orders start getting swapped to the token, but my tokens stay. My token orders stay here. So if it goes up, then these turn into sell orders. Right here, at this point in the chart, all of this initial SOL are now tokens. So when it goes up, I'm now selling out of the tokens back into my SOL. That's why this pool stayed at 6. And it's impossible to really know how much money you're going to swap in, but technically I'm risking this whole thing. But it's not as risky because the likelihood of this thing dropping all the way down is a lot lower. How's your day going, brother? Good. Do you go over suggested coins? Yeah, Lucas, if you send something. How do you check for coins that will cook on Axiom? I don't really trade too many early pairs. How do I start learning meme coin trading? Just drop a follow, pay attention to the stream. Feel free to DM me. I can just point you in right directions for a beginner if you just want to buy SOL, if you want to buy crypto. Just follow and DM. There's some resources I'll give you. How's your day going, Shark? Do you ever suggested coins? Yes. How much do you usually lose in impermanent loss? It depends. At the bottom of this range, right, if this thing dumped all the way down, this pool would probably be worth 4 SOL. So if this thing dumped all the way down, I'd probably lose about $400, right? But our hope is that we make up that loss on the way down. And just stick to DLMM. Dude, Shark, I have tried to trade new pairs and like make it like a habit, and whenever I do, I just suck balls. So thank you for the follow. So you literally just bought 1 SOL because of price action. Yes, technically. That's a good way to think about it. Because it went down a certain amount, I have been swapped in 1 SOL. Yes, that is correct. You got Axiom. AI was straight up cooking RM with these recommendations. Retire, the last play. Sure, I'll check out Retire. Can I do fractional trading on TradingView using Webull? Fractional trading just means you can buy fractions of shares. You can look at a stock chart on TradingView, but I think the easiest way is to just execute the orders through Webull on the app. So you basically have 100% P&L right now, correct? Not 100%, but I've made only profit without, not like 100% P&L. I make 100% if for some reason this, and I have made 100% before on a pool. If this came down right here, range forever, came back up, I'd probably be up 100%. But because it only went down to here maybe, hung around and came back up, I made whatever this is. Almost 20%. Who's a good little boy? Oh my gosh. You in any new pools? Monopoly. The chart of Retire. Okay, we'll look at charts. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that was a good overview for you. Oh my god, this thing is ripping. Damn, guys. This is a good looking chart. Yeah, my DLMM win rate is way better. You in any new pools? No, I'm in Chop still. It's a little bit worrisome at this point. I should probably not be bidding with 4 SOL. I might end up adjusting this. Did SOL dump or something? Why is my deposit way down? That shit was like 15.5 earlier. Oh, I'm really not in any danger here. Open a pool on Snake or Hickey. I will, but I just want them to dip down a little bit more. So I just look at market on TradingView on my PC and then place the trade on mobile app. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, Retire is insane. Monopoly, I got you. Right, I honestly don't like these Meteor Dynamic Pool coins, even though they actually do run. It looks good. You know that's not my chart. That's not my chart style though. Wealth also. How long ago did you market buy 1 Sol? What do you mean? You have to understand. So, what were we just on? I don't remember what chart we were looking at. Dolo. You have to understand that when I'm talking about limit buying, you see how it's 1 Sol at this level, but as it goes down to this increment, ready? I'm probably filled zero point 0.1 Sol, and then it goes down a little bit more, 0.2 Sol. Goes down a little bit more, and now I'm in 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and then it's 1. And then it's 1 here. So there's a bunch of little tiny buy orders set up. That's why you get so much on fees, because it moves a little bit in price and it already starts filling your liquidity pool. I'm gonna switch over to TikTok. Go for it, Shark. Bubble. Yeah, the TikTok stream looks good. Yeah, they finally gave me the studio back. Let's look at Bubble. Showing me the dynamic pools, yeah. Looks good too. I wonder if a pool is good on this. It's probably not bad. Thank you for the follows. Let's find a coin we can all profit on. I wish it was that easily. Yeah, it looks good, Div. Are you in any pools right now? These DAO.fun coins are coming back. I hope Cristiano doesn't drop a coin. I don't think he will. Yeah, retire looks good, bro. What do you mean by that, DAO? I mean vibes. I mean Shark. How do I learn, bro? Just try to follow and DM me if you have any questions. Just let me know what level you're at. Thank you for the gifts, though. I try to respond to everyone, so 67 still, keeping above 8%. Lolcoin. I actually have some leftover fees on Lolcoin, believe it or not. Oh wait, we didn't look at wealth, did we? Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. LLM is a DAO style. Oh, is it really? These are supposed to be AI agents that have DAOs. Oh, interesting. So how long ago was the last buy, you think? So it was a while ago, because sorry to keep going back. So my last buy on this coin specifically, my last buy order was this red candle, right? Because think about it. These limit orders are stretching. I never withdrew them. So as it came out of this red line, my liquidity pool is no longer in range. Nothing is happening. My 6 Sol is just sitting here waiting. It's arresting limit orders. My last limit buy order was this red candle as someone sold into it, right? Because someone sold into my Solana. Now, all of my tokens are still to the upside here. As this green candle pumped, all of my sell orders, my buy orders that ended up turning to sell orders because we're at this level of the chart, these buy orders are tokens at this point in the chart. As the chart went up, those limit sell orders got converted back into Solana. I'm out of the range above this red line, and I have 6 Solana again. Yeah, that's a 1 hour chart. 67, you're still in 67. Let's look at Lolcoin. Oh, looks good. Reminds me of Neat, kinda. Hutch, check lore. That's a spot of interest for you. 1 hour chat. Don't worry, I got it. Yo, dollar. Are you streaming on Pump Fun too? Yes, I am. Oh, this guy said you have Telegram. Only downside is because it gets converted with price. You don't know the right P&L. That's true, but let's see. For example here, on Blob, for example, I know that I started with 5 Sol in this pool. right? So I'm down 0.07 SOL. And here I can see I'm massively in profit. I have 0.25 of unclaimed fees and roughly 0.28 of token fees that I have not claimed. So in this case, I'm only down 0.07. That's how I can track my P&L. It'll display your pool value up here. Hutch. Okay, we'll check Hutch. Another fucking meteor pool. I don't love them. Yo, why do they all have the same chart though? It's not even a bad thing, but they all do this. They all hang out. This is what we used to call back in trading stocks, small cap stocks. This was called an ABCD pattern. If any of you know ball like that, ABCD pattern right there. Having girl problems are heart wrenching. I feel you, bro. I was on that shit too. Do you get nerdy and keep a spreadsheet of your P&L per day per pool and track progress? Check lore, okay. No, I don't get nerdy, bro. I tried a few times to track everything on a spreadsheet, bro. I'm too damn lazy for that shit. Building men, I see them coming. I wish I was nerdy to that extent, but I'm such a lazy fucker. Lend money backed by CS2 skins. Wait. Oh, shit. Div, I'm such an idiot. All I had to do is click on the thing. Oh, no way. Yo, I was just looking for a marketplace to trade CS2 skins on. Dead ass, bro. After that trade I hit like a what was it 3.6 soul win today. I might just throw it into a knife. I might just throw it into a knife. This is the issue with CS2 right now. There's no easy way to convert it. There is a liquid market, but you get taxed out the ass. You can only sell on Steam, or you have to go through some third-party website. But there's not going to be the skins that I want on here. Up to $914 loan, bro. What are people? Okay, interesting. I'll look at it later. 3.6 on a pool? No. I never trade things. I never buy things straight out, but I saw what's it called? Chopped. I saw Chopped coin very early, and something in me told me to buy it. So that was the first trade. I bought one soul of it at like 250K and sold at like 1.4 or 5 or 6 mil. But I almost never do that, so when are the best times to trade? I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for that because I'm usually always in something. LMAO, I put you on. Folk, it's only a day old launch too. Alright, I like it. We'll bid it just for the CS2 lore. Okay, so if you guys are still in chat, I'm about to show you how I set up a pool live. So, first thing we do, 3.6 soul on a coin trade. Yes, I have made more trading other pools, trading on pools before. I had a pretty decent sized win recently. How much soul do you have? I have 106 Solana on the Meteor Challenge wallet. That's usually what I trade on. On the 3.6 soul trade, I used my Gamble wallet that I don't really touch very often. Okay, so to set up a pool, what we're going to do is first we want to analyze the chart. Before you even launch Meteor, you should kind of be looking where you want to set up your range, right? So this thing is a 1.7 mil token, 1.7 mil token. I think that it could probably drop down to It's probably not likely because this is a Meteor token that has a good project, so it might not dump very hard. But I will probably set up my range down to here, about 80% down, because I like to be very safe. I like to be very, very safe, especially if I'm throwing size in. So, what is that? About 75% down. Maybe we go a bit lower to 17 just to be safe. And then we go to Meteora, right? I have the ticker. Copy the ticker, the CA. Paste it in here. You can either go to home on Meteora or you can go to pools. It doesn't really matter. So we're just going to go here. It's going to show all of the pools that are set up. You usually want to go into the pool. There's going to be a bunch of pools open sometimes. You usually want to go into the pool with the most TVL. TVL means total value locked. That's how much money other people have put into the pool. So generally, the pool with the most TVL, the most value locked, is going to get the most order flow. If there's a lot of money in here, it's much more likely to go through this bin than it is to go through the pool with $22. And that's just how routing on Jupiter and other aggregators work. So I am going to mimic the range I have made on the chart, wherever it might be. I'm going to mimic the range, right? It's going to start at 0.082 and stop at 0.017. So on this bottom bracket, I'm going to go 17. And it's going to give me my range, 78%. We're actually going to go a little bit lower. I know. This means I'm not going to get as many fees if it hangs around this early level because I'm going to have so much money spread out. But I always prefer to be safe than sorry. So 82% is usually my sweet spot. I'm going to put in 1 soul to start, and we are going to make it fucking hell. We are going to make it some spot and some of this bid-ask curve. So you'll see what I mean once I open this. All right. So this opens. I only have 1 soul in it. And now I'm going to fill the rest of it with. We're gonna go 4. We're gonna go 4 to test it out. Now, do you see how instead of using this even distribution, I'm stacking it so a lot of this 4 Solana is at the bottom? That protects me from very quick dumps here. Because let's say I went this distribution and it cooked all the way down here, I'd be down a lot more money. You would get more fees if you go this distribution and it hangs up here and comes back out, but I just like to be safe, so I go bid ask. And then I deposit the 4 Solana. And that's all you have to do. What is that for? This is for this chart. We are mimicking this range on this chart. So I now have 5 Solana spread out between minus 82%. The bottom of my bids end at this range. Yeah, I DLMM this on launch. Seems like because the Met launches have multiple coins and lots of aggregated liquidity, most of the charts look market made and kind of look the same ABCD pattern. Right? That's a good point. I don't know when the protocol will be live though, so I think it's smart what you're doing because it's going to dip. Volume isn't that good though. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The volume isn't that great. Actually, volume 5.5 mil in 24 hours is good. But regardless of the volume, I like the narrative of this. I think the protocol is cool. Just because I resonated, I'm just personally inclined to like this because this was an issue. I was literally trying to buy a CS:GO skin with Solana the other day, and it's kind of going against the universe for me not to bid this. What does Meteor do? It allows you to profit on fees by entering a liquidity pool. It allows you to gain fees on meme coins by Kuro. Here, I'll pin the Telegram if you guys want to join. Looks like we just had someone else join, so that is the Telegram if you want to join. What's the longest duration you've been in a pool for? Probably like a month or two, Shark. If you think about it, I was in Dizzy forever. I was in Dizzy forever. That's probably the most profitable pool I've ever been on. Even though I did take a sizable loss on that, but I can't even complain because it paid so well. Big dip on Silver Surfer now. Div, do you hear that? Alright, bro, I'm up like 2.5 soul today. I'm off. Alright, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Join the Telegram. We getting geeky? Yeah, we can get geeky on him. Should I load up that? Should I load up some green? It's fucking 2:30. Just joined. Alright, pizza. I got you. DM me. I'll get back to you this week. I can give you some resources where you can look into. Masube so. What's your best pool in your portfolio right now that's earning the most fees? Good question. Let's look. I think Boss is technically the best one, even though I'm down pretty bad on impermanent loss. So, for example, dollar sign, if you want an example of something that didn't necessarily work out, you can see in the past I already claimed 500 bucks from this pool, all profit actually, and sold out. But I got back in, and it's kind of not ideal because of the price action. What am I? Boss. So, I think this is roughly my range, right? So, I probably should have just gotten out here because actually what happened was I was in this pool forever from the beginning here. I made a bunch here. On this pump, I sold out of a lot of my fees, but I stayed in the pool. So it came back down, and you can see how it really just had a very solid dip and not too much upside. If it did something like this, I would have a lot more fees, but it's not doing that great. But even so, even though it's not doing that great, I'm still not really down much money. 6.03, I have 1 soul of impermanent loss. I started this with 7, and I have 0.46 and 0.4. So I'm down a little bit of money on this. But if for some reason, and hopefully this pool pumps hard, then I'll make a lot. I'll make probably an extra 200 or something. Bro, a D LMM on silver might be nice, like a chop play. Thank you for the follows, guys. Bitch, I'm playing Scrabble. I dip and I dabble. Alright, let's look at silver. Should we get into something? Should we get into a little sketchy pool real quick? Oh, I don't love it. I got you, pizza. Well, I'll work with you. I'm not gonna be able to get back to you right this second, but bitch, I'm playing Scrabble. What platform is this? Never too late to get some drinks in. Just do a trade. I don't do that. I literally just sit on my computer and watch myself make 1% a day. We are looking at charts on dexscreener.com, and we are trading meme coins on meteora.ag. The fees you make on here better than Axiom, 100%, Jerry. 100%. You're good, man. Later this week works. I appreciate you, bro. Have a good night. You too, man. 1% is crazy. What do you mean by that? You stock guys are different. Well, I know what you mean, but like, I don't know. It depends. But the thing is chasing a little bit more consistent gains just make it a little bit more consistent, you know? Silver. I don't know. I just don't love the chart. Whatever, we're fucking doing it because chat is. Div doesn't normally steer me wrong. This one has 500, even more if you click on it. 6K of liquidity. This has 400, so we're gonna go with the obviously the bigger one. I'm actually just gonna go 2 soul, bid ask. Let's cover a wide range. We can go really deep on this one. That's actually clutch. We can go really deep on this one. That's clutch. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's hope this doesn't rug. Am I the G word or doesn't it look like chopped chart early? um, I don't know. It's a little bit different. This thing is. Let's compare them. Let's check them. Guess we have to go. What is this? 5 minute. It's a little bit different. Just with the volume, I'd say. The volume is a little bit different. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. This thing does look a little bit more farmy to me. Am I the only one seeing that? Boss is going nowhere. Yeah, it's not really looking good, is it? Brother just by Kled AI, isn't that? What's his name? Bloom Drain Me. What does that mean? You should do a trade wallet. Yo, funny story. I did do a trade wallet on Axiom trying to trade new pairs. I blew three 1 soul accounts in a row. I think the highest I got was 2.5 soul. Trust me, by Kled. Would you consider getting into a play like LLM? Large language model. Large language model, right? Or is that a new different one? Latina language model. I don't like this because. Wait, I didn't realize it was a dynamic pool. I don't know. The only reason I don't like it is because even though, great picture, um, it's like the 50th AI girl, you know. That's the only reason I don't like it. The volume doesn't look bad though. Doesn't look bad. So I don't know. It's just too high up. Like I'm not gonna get really anywhere if it keeps doing this. But I don't know. It could work. I'm just not. The barrier for me is because I got rugged on GLM recently too, and I'm just not into those language model things. Oh, I guess it was the DAO. It was the DAO's thing. Okay. Shark, yeah, you're right. It's a little bit different in this case. I don't know. I'm just not going to touch it. OM is from Douse.fun. Something about that launchpad is fishy. Shark in our Twitch chat was just talking about Douse.fun. Can you check Monopoly? Would you consider sending a soul? Probably not, dude. Probably not. Did you add liquidity? Can you explain the benefits? When you add liquidity and the chart goes into your range, the coin goes into your range, you can collect fees on it. Check Telly LOL. Bullish propaganda. Alright, let's check it. Elon Musk says, oh, Silver Surfer. Damn, that's actually crazy. Wait, he just tweeted that too. Why did it not get a massive pump? Oh, I guess it did. That's weird, Div. DOD, giving this guy the golden 2x with size on Kled and he's fading GG. Bro, Kled, I know about Kled. It's like there's been a lot of shit with Kled. I mean, the chart looks good, but like this just isn't my play, even though the chart does look good. What's his name? Avi or something? Avi runs the shit. There's some sketchy scandal going on with this one, though. But the chart looks good, so I hope it goes up for you, but I'm just not going to touch it. It's just not, it doesn't fall into my bucket of plays that I choose from. I know, it does look good. It is pretty good. If you truly know about Kled, You should know what's about to happen. I mean, I just don't. I understand. I hope it goes up, but what platform are you using? We're looking at Deck Screener for the charts, and we are trading on Meteora. He posted that about a week before this chart came out. Oh, I thought it was tonight. Rizzo Ween. Bro's about to peer pressure you into buying an AI meme coin. Bro, I'm not going to buy it. Don't worry. Rizzo Ween is the next move on God. What about Pippin coins? Bro, what are you guys shilling me? I know about Rizzo Ween, but what the hell is Pippin coins, bro? Rizzo Ween, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it looks like I'm just not touching this. I'm sorry. But it's just not my play. It's just not my play. Rizzo Ween 10 mil, possibly. I want your analysis on Monopoly, sorry. Of course he's not going to buy it. Some people are just not going to make it. If you think I'm not going to make it because I'm not buying Kled, then you've not been around long enough. It's one of those Meteora dynamic pools that look pretty good. But the thing is, I'm sorry, but I'm just not touching this because it doesn't fall into the plays I like to touch. But it doesn't look bad by any means. Just like Kled doesn't look bad, but I'm just not going to touch it because I don't need to. Did Ronaldo launch on BSC today? I don't think so. I think we would have heard about it. I heard all the rumors about it. 67 days till Halloween. 67 days they've partnered up with the Rismus dev team. Bro, isn't it going to be 66 days tomorrow? Bro, even if it goes to 40 mil, I don't really care about a 3x. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to buy, I'm going to buy very few coins at whatever it's at, 14 mil right now. Like, I just don't care. It's at 18 mil. I'm going to buy here, it goes to 40 mil, and I get a 2x. Brain rot. I liked Brain Rot, but I just heard that there was an OG Brain Rot about a year old, which makes me a little bit less bullish on it. I think it looks good. I think Monopoly looks good. I mean, I hope Kled goes up for you. I do. But I'm just saying I'm not going to touch it. There's no point. The risk reward is not there. Can you show us what you consider before buying a coin? What do you think about Worthless? What coins are good to buy this whole season? Thank you. No problem, bro. Pump Fund gave the new Silver Takeover CTO the fees, apparently going into the token, whatever BS. I mean, it's early, so I think Silver is not a bad look. Rizzo Ween 10 Trill is crazy. Dog, a lot of KOLs in Rizzo Ween. The devs are pushing it and have a lot of more marketing strategies. Yeah, but you have to realize that the devs on Rizzo Ween are already up so hard right now. I mean, it's actually not that big of a market cap. But do you realize that they're trying to max extract? Like, buying here is still just not good risk reward. If it goes to 3 mil, then that's amazing, but it's not my play. It's not what I like to touch. Even though I will say the volume does look good on it. This volume looks good. This volume looks good. So, might be fading a giant, but I don't know. The more I look at it, though, the more I do like. So, you can check their wallet. He has 11K in his wallet. Bubble Maps doesn't really like. This stuff isn't really that useful unless there's major red flags. Like, this isn't that useful to me because you can just have. Do you know how easy it is to make 100 wallets and send individual supply to them? Or just buy it on different wallets? Why do people want you to buy? Orange, Solanification, and other colors have run recently too. I don't know. I'm so biased right now. What's good with this token? Wasn't this supposed to be something major and it rugged so fucking hard? What do you think about Bonge? So, real quick, since we have some viewers in here, what do I look for in a meme coin? I just look for a narrative that I actually like. A narrative. Kled chart does look good, I will say. I'm not gonna buy it, but it looks good. Um, so something like 67, right? Has a lot of prevalence on social media right now. Chart looks good. This is something I will consider entering a liquidity pool on. Note the price action. Note the price action going up, and note the volume. This looks like good volume. This looks like good volume. Let's try to find a coin that does not have good volume. I only really have good charts pulled up. Anyway, 67, good token, right? BoatKid doesn't look great now. But back in the day, look at the chart. Do you see the price action? Do you see the volume on the bottom? It's not just random noisy volume. These are real traders. This is a good looking chart. It's a real meme. It has a real social value. Chopped. If the ticker name is a big part of it, okay? So Chopped is just a prevalent. There's actually an OG. There's an OG one. So technically, I shouldn't be as bullish on this. And then Brain Rot. Even though I'm not gonna probably bid this right now, do you see how all of these memes have common similarities? They all have decent mindshare on social media. They all have decent looking charts, etc. You still in BoatKid? No, I got out. I thankfully got out of BoatKid with a profit. I was almost gonna take a pretty bad loss on it. It's meme coins, bro. It's hard to use trading strategies too much. People that don't know what they are doing trading. What do you think about Riz Given? Bro. I'll look at it, right? But, like, it's just a Rizmus beta, just like Rizoween is a Rizmus beta. I mean, if we're being real, it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. Still like 8 to 10% per day. Riz giving a rug. It's kind of funny though. It's just funny that it's another fucking meme. We're about to get every Riz holiday. What is it, dude? Fucking Easter next? What are we doing here? MAGA turkey? Dude, no, I'm not looking that up, dude. I'm not buying anything called MAGA turkey, man. Fuck me, man. What happened to Doomed? Rizzier? They got a Valentine one too, bro. Bro, I don't really know what to say. Silver pumped it early. Oh, nice. I made $0 in fees, basically. That's alright, though. Woo. Are you in silver? Look at Monopoly. We actually just looked at Monopoly. Rizteen. What could that even be, bro? Rizteen. Bong looking good, you said. Bonge, like a sponge. No, this is not looking good. This is not looking good, bro. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh if you're in this, but if this is what you're talking about, I don't know if it has very much hope, unfortunately. Bro, trust Rizoween, put in like 0.5 soul only, bro. I'll bet my life on that. I'm coming to collect if you're wrong. Oh, Bonge on BNB. I don't know why it's not showing up on Deck Screener. Unfortunately, I can't really be fucked to go look at BNB coin just because I don't trade them. Fine, we'll do it. Pancake Swap, does anyone use this shit anymore? Bro, I hope this isn't... I don't know what to tell you, man. Boge, okay. I was so confused. I mean, it looks decent. I'm not gonna buy it though. I don't trade BNB tokens. Doesn't look bad though. Bonge looks like the new BTC. Jesus. Nah, LOL. I don't get the port to DLMM new pairs. I want to though. What do you think about Winter Arc? Ooh, Winter Arc. That's actually a good question, man. That's actually a sleeper. Alex was saying all of these Riz fucking... This guy's the season king. This guy trades season coins. Volume is good. Yeah, it is. Thank you for the follow. Alright, look at Jesus. Oh. Fucking Div was joking about that. I actually looked it up. Not a bad Tigger name. Don't gotta collect if you're gonna be up with me. Alright. I mean, fuck. Like, maybe I'll throw some. I'll give you a follow, though. I appreciate your activity in the chat. Winter Arc. That's actually a good point. Let's look at Winter Arc, because this thing came back from the literal depths of hell last year. No. Is this the same one I'm thinking of? It's 10K market cap? Is that right? Wait, something's not right about this. Did it really only pump to 360K? This doesn't look like the right chart, man. Oh, winter. Duh, I'm so stupid. Ooh, yeah. Guys, last year, one day, it randomly pumped to fucking 30 mil. This is a coin to keep an eye on, because it's OG as fuck. Do you know some good devs? Not really. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way that was the right one. When TGR was talking about what? Oh, winter, yeah. Aura. Yeah, what's the Aura doing? I forgot about that one. I have to take a piss. Shit's still 130 mil. Why? Anyone have an idea why? One second, fellas. I don't think I've said any curse words. I mean, like, bannable words, so the stream should be doing good. If TikTok revokes my live access again, I'm going to be so pissed off. It's going to be back to streaming on my fucking phone, man. Appreciate you guys joining in, though. The intermission, I'll just say I appreciate you guys for watching and following. Means a lot. And the whole entire goal of this channel, I hope you guys have seen, is to teach you guys how to use the Meteor protocol to trade meme coins. Obviously, we go over trading terminology and strategies, but coining, weird ticker. Oh, nice. No, Div. You did not just show me this. Check the HUDs. Check out Anon and Rizzo-Ween. Anon does look good. Yo, brain rot cooking me. Is it really? I'm sorry to hear that. Let's check it out. Div said his Dex is buzz. Oh, fuck. Brain rot is getting cooked. God damn. See, man, if you were in a Meteor liquidity pool, not that I would set it up here, but if you're in a liquidity pool like this, you would be cooking here. You would be like, oh, this volume is so good for me. Like, that's what you really want to look at when you are playing Meteora. Anon and Rizzo-Ween. Anon does look good. I'm not going to buy it. It's too far gone for me. But I don't mind the... I always fucked with Anonymous growing up. I thought they were super cool as a young kid. But it's too far gone. Check the Huz. Okay, we'll check the Huz. It's actually not a bad ticker name. Not bad ticker name, not great looking chart. 10 months old. But you got some gems in here. I mean, honestly, not bad. I'm going to put it on the watch list. This is interesting for sure. I'm all into Rizzo Ween. Monopoly looking good. Yeah, guys, so Monopoly, Anon look very similar to me, right? They're both Meteor pools, Meteor launches, I mean. But they're too far gone for me to really want to touch up here. So, very similar looking charts. They're both Meteor launches, but I know you gave it to me early, Div. I know. Haha, holding till the week of Halloween. All the OG coins slowly going to come back. I hope so, man. I have a bunch of dust of old coins in my other wallet. Baby soul. Bro, my ass needs some fucking water, man. BRB. You have a Discord, bro? Telegram. I'll link it right here. You just get stuck waiting for aura-like pumps. Shit's my least favorite part about memes, I know. Too many memes exist, to be honest. Agreed. Filter Axiom Pulse to bonk fun coins only. Are you part of the bonk army? Hoping I'm faking. Let's check on silver. What's silver doing? I don't really have too much exposure, so it's kind of not too fun to look at. Brain rot, I actually probably would have enjoyed to be on this dump here on a pool. What was I gonna look up? Silver. Thank you for the follows, guys. What's the best coin you've gotten on? If you want a little history lesson, not really a lesson, just a story. Back in the OG days of meme coins, if you have been around trading stocks for a long time, you know who Zach Morris is. This guy was very famous for pumping and dumping a lot of coins. He was pumping stocks, I mean. He didn't used to pump and dump coins. He used to pump and dump stocks. He got indicted. His crew, they were called Atlas Trading. They actually all got arrested for pumping stocks, and he ended up beating the case in some way and got out. And he dropped, someone made a coin for him, and he started endorsing it on his Twitter back on the 16th of May, 2024. I put in, I think, $100 at 500K. And I sold out some at 17 mil, some at 40 mil, some at like 90 mil, and then I sold the rest of my bag probably around here. So this was a $200 to 14K trade. Probably the biggest one I've ever hit. But you can see this thing is fucking dead. But yeah, man. Back in the day, can you imagine this coin ran from 500K to $100 million? Crazy. That's the best meme. That's the best trade I've had. So gross, lol. So how much did you make? On this trade I made 14k, roughly. From $200 or something like that. I think I put in 1 or 1.5 SOL. Technically 100x if I held to the top, but I sold on the way up. Playing on hard mode now. Way playing on hard mode. What's funny is back then, I didn't even learn how to use DLMMs until maybe this time. I knew people that made like 6 figures on Bowden through DLMMs. They were like the very first ones to use it. Back in the day, I'm pretty sure it was just easy as fuck to print on tokens. But this run up, they would just buy tokens, set to the upside. They would just print crazy. Bro, Bowden ran to 648 mil. Did you just feel like the GOAT, LMAO? Yeah, I actually did feel like the GOAT for once in my life. I was on a bachelor's trip with my friend, and we were going to the casino. And on the way to the casino was when this was all happening. And yeah, it happened over a few days, but like I saw my stack go from 200 to like 3,000 on that trip, and then the next day I was up to like 7,000. I was like, holy fuck. Yo, what's up, Design? Check out LLM right quick. But now, Friendly, like big gains, honestly, nowadays, like they're way slower, so I don't even get as excited over. I mean, the biggest gains I take nowadays are probably like 2 to 3,000 are gonna be the biggest wins I take usually. 1,000's obviously great, but it's just not special anymore, and it's slower. It's way slower than it used to be. So, oh, it looks good. I'm not gonna touch it, unfortunately, just because it's so far near the highs. You could open an LP maybe from like here to here if you wanted to get tight on it, but I'm just not doing that. And you're risking more. Full ported. Design, didn't you just make a bag on 67? Why don't you just trade options? Because I'm way better at predicting meme coin charts than stock charts. What do you know about 5 protocol AI? I'm not sure. You do this full time? No, not. I still have a job, unfortunately. Fortunately, I still have a loser ass job, but hopefully I can quit soon. If I get fired, I won't really give that much of a fuck. Truth be told. Bro, I have no water in my room. I'm getting cooked right now. What am I gonna do about this? I have a Corona. Does that count? That's like not really what I need right now. I guess we're going waterless for now. We will all get rich off meme coins, dudes. Hopefully, man. Up 5 bands though. Oh, only 5 bands though. If you put $200 in a coin at 30k market cap and the coin goes up to 1.6 million, how much would I make? You'd make roughly 120x, but it's a little bit less, I believe. I'm gonna figure it out for you. 1.2. Galaxy Jump Multicoin said to seek 1 billion buy to buy Solana. Okay, Galaxy Jump and Multicoin said to seek $1 billion to buy Solana token. That's a good sign. You just not confident enough in consistent monthly profit to do it full time. It's more like when I'm trading, I don't see the money in my account as disposable income right now. I literally, all I care about when I'm trading is stacking more Solana because I think it's way underpriced right now. I theoretically don't want to take out any money from my trading accounts until Solana is like 500, 1,000. because having a job allows me to just pay my bills, and then I have a stack on the side. But like, if worst came to worst and I got fired, like I could manage, you know. But I don't really need to do it full time right now. Okay, we're figuring out how much that would be. Oh, that's actually. Wait, that's not right. Wait, that is right. Times 200. If I put in $200 into coin at 30K market cap, and the market cap gets up to 1.2 million, you would make $8,000. It's actually not that much. Wait. Yeah. I find stock options way more fun, though. I don't know why. I'm just not as good at predicting stock movements. You only with 500 to a 1,000. Are you laughing at my price targets? Yeah, fair enough. Just stacking the wallet and keep trading profits. Yeah, it's a 40x. This thing is ripping, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not interested in watching that. It's just bro, I made a bag off 67 but started chasing SMH. Bro, you gotta protect your capital. It's easy to make money, but it's hard to keep it. Always remember that. When you're making money, you feel like a genius, and then quickly you realize the market is brutal. Respect to have the discipline to keep your job for monthly bills, knowing you could probably get by. Yeah, I mean, do you trade coin with high market cap? It all depends. Retire the bloodline. We were looking at retire. It looked good. I mean, I've wanted to go full-time trading since I was like 15 or 16. So, I didn't work as hard as I could have when I was younger doing that stuff. Um, and I missed out on some like manias like back in the day. A lot of the stock traders that I know, um, 2015 through 2018, there are things called OTC stocks, and they're basically like penny stocks, being traded on the OTC market, completely separate, way sketchier, way less volume, but a lot of them found a very good edge trading those markets, and um, some of them went from like 10K to a million plus in 1 or 2 years, just nailing that market. And like I was too lazy, I was making excuses like I was too young and stuff, and I completely missed on the edge in trading those. But yeah, ticker for retire. My bad. I meant to look up. It happens, man. You locked in now. Yeah, we're trying, man. I've like so a lot of my holdings are just long term in either Solana or Doge or some other like random altcoins, but the active trading I do is almost entirely through Meteora and a few like I have a few other wallets that I do more risky trading on. But it's just hard to scale up right now. Like if there were a ton of plays every day, then I would be risking more and probably making more, but I'm trying to still put the capital to work and farm Solana, but it's definitely slower and it's harder to choose plays. Sorry, did I actually look at the retire chart? Yeah, this thing is cooking like fuck. See, it's a beautiful, beautiful looking chart, but this is not where I'm gonna be interested in it because it's already made the move. You know what I mean? That's how I started with penny stocks. Oh, you started with OTCs, Doomsday? What do you think about ENA? I see altcoin Sherpa shilling it a lot, so it's probably a good token. I don't know too much about it though. I like meme coins because market is open every day. Agreed. Is that 16K pretty much your whole wallet? I have a little bit more. This wallet is at roughly 106 Solana, but in this specific Meteor wallet, keep in mind I started this with 1.5 in August 1st of last year. So 4,000, 16,000, and then I have $802 of unclaimed fees. So like, I factor in portfolio value with these unclaimed fees. Baby Soul trending on Dex Screener. I don't really like the ticker name, that's why I haven't looked at it yet. This is a complete farm. Tips for noobs. Just you're not gonna learn everything immediately. Just make sure to drop a follow. I try to make my my channel like beginner friendly, and if you have any questions just about getting started, like you need to learn about Solana, you need to learn about how wallets work, you need to learn about where you buy crypto from. So like any of those basic questions, if you don't know that, just DM me and I will point you in the right direction. I'll either give you resources or make a video on it. 32 viewers, right? Shark is just popping. Anyways, this token, Baby Soul, this thing is gonna rug in very short time. Because do you see how the volume is a straight block? There's absolutely no distribution of volume. When you see something that looks like this, that's so flat, it means that people are orchestrating the price to look like this. They're trying to lure in people. This is fake volume. These are not real traders. Most of them are not real traders. So when you see something like this, it is very likely going to rug. I'm kind of scared of a hot wallet. What is this music in the back? What was it, Strikeo? Was it this song or the last one? Was it a slow start, like only a few soul your first month and recently 10 soul in a month? So Friendly Frames, it's actually been a very big roller coaster because when I first started in August, it's actually way easier to do this stuff back then. And I think I took my 1 soul wallet to 4 or 5 soul in the first month, but it was way easier, keep in mind. And then 5 soul to 10 soul the next month. I got to 70 soul on the day of the Trump token. I got to 70 soul then. From February, roughly mid-February to beginning of April, I was either unprofitable or flat. So I was either down 2 soul or at like a literal break even, maybe a few dollars less. I was like that for about 2 or 3 months. And that's because my initial strategy that I started with, I was going into a lot more newer tokens and farming the fees. After PumpSwap came out in February, the fees decreased on new coins significantly. So I had to switch my strategy. I started to have to play longer tokens that have more staying power, like Troll, like Dolo, like Blob, like Chopped, like 6-7, Kitty, Monk. Those are actually all decent tokens. So Wojak, Boss, Troll. So that's kind of been the change in strategy. The last one, AI recommended me a stock and it went from 25 to 70. Are you in an inside group? Not really. I'm in a good amount of group chats, but nothing like super inside. Damn, 41 followers is crazy. I mean, 41 viewers is crazy. LLM hit 20 mil. That is. Can you enlarge your holdings? The screen. Yeah. Do you want to see my my recovery phrase as well? Here. Is that better? So you can see this tab are going to be unclaimed fees. So when my positions are in range, they're going to be green. This is not in range. That means the token price is too high for the current value for the current pool. it's above whatever price I set it up as. So this is just sitting here. This is 6 Sol just sitting there, right? But I haven't claimed my fees yet for whatever reason. I just like to let them sit here for a little. But if I wanted to claim this $117, I can just hit claim all, and then it will show you I'll get point 0.4 13K. Do you have insider knowledge? Not really. Wait. 312. Oh my god. Is Ox FOMO in here? What's up, bro? Dude, you're so lucky I checked the pump fund check, 'cause I never, ever, ever look. Damn, I just realized. Dude, that's fucked. I hope I haven't been, like, never mind. I've been itching my sack off camera, but I realized my other webcam is, like, facing down on me, so hopefully. You're profiting off of other people's trading fees. Yes, essentially. Whenever, let's say a pool goes through let's say an order goes through my liquidity pool, when you are like executing on Jupiter per se, and you see -3%, or you're getting slipped 3%, that's because they are possibly going through a Meteor pool where they are paying those lost fees to the liquidity provider. What did Rolling Dice say thanks to? He's a wizard. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a wizard. My strategy is pretty fucking brain dead once you boil it down. Do you have your coin? I have a pump fund stream, but it gets like no activity, so. What's your strategy? So basically, I'll water it down, try to kind of quickly. If I see a coin that I think is going to dip and bounce, I will set up a range of money that's spread out between like 80% value of the current token. So let's say it's at 1 mil. Minus 82% is what? Like 120K or something? 160K. So I usually go like 81%, which would be like right here or something. And then I have a bunch of money. Like I might have 6 Sol spread out all the way here, and then I get fees if the coin comes down, bounces around, and comes back up. Sorry for the quick explanation. I've gone over it a good bit, and I'm happy to help you if you DM me or join the Telegram. When's Crime Coin launching, G? You never know, bro. What up, Ox FOMO? Check out this new coin, Elon Toshi. Design, I don't really know if I like that ticker name, unfortunately. It's just like anything with Elon, anything with Toshi, like, nah, I'm just not gonna touch it. It's just not I'm telling you, my wheelhouse is very, very, it's like 1% of tokens, or even less. Like, I'm shocked I'm bidding this right now. I think you being dev would be goated. DM me. DM me AI. I'm telling you, I have a stream. You just have to do some digging. So you're basically just profiting off liquidity sweeps, basically. That's a good way to think about it. How would you know which are rugs going to die out, and what characteristics do multi-baggers give? That's a good question. So the main thing I look at is virality and social standing of the meme. So like Boat Kid is a good one because this guy was viral everywhere. Blob, I like Blob because this guy's in every Instagram comment. It's not just social media trends, but Chopped, I liked. I caught this one early, which is very, very rare for me. But chopped the name. It's just like common knowledge. I'm trying to think of other ones, but like just stuff that is not gonna rug, stuff that is not gonna rub, stuff that has good enough social consensus behind it that people are gonna hold it together a little bit. Everything rugs. Don't be greedy. Once you go get over 2x, take initials. Watch the profit. Not bad advice. What are your filter? You looking to get into coins to hold or flip? I just like farm fees on them. What are your filters or settings? Believe it or not, I don't really look at. It's kind of funny. If I'm looking at new coins, I really just look at Deck Screener homepage to see what's popping because we're not in a market right now where I care a bunch about new tokens dropping. In that case, if I'm looking for new pairs, I don't do this. It's been a long time since I even went to this filter just because of the current market conditions, but these are my filters usually. 10k liquidity, 100k minimum market cap, 40 mil max, 36 hours max age, 200k volume. And then, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. And then I just sort by age and then look at the dex paid. That's usually, like, goon mode actually doesn't sound bad. But that's how I would search new pairs. This volume, if you are a noob or beginner, not to call you a noob, it's okay if you're new. But this volume right here, this flat line and this weird stack of volume is an instant no-no. With this matching price action, right, chart doesn't look that bad. This volume is a complete red flag. Stay the fuck away from that. That shit is gonna go to zero. It's B-Man. Fuck, B-Man. I forget that your name on here is different, bro. How long did it take you to have a really good understanding of crypto? I still don't understand it completely. I try to ask questions in group chats I'm in. I try to converse with people that know more than me. But I've only been trading on-chain, which is a lot, for only like 2 years now. At the beginning of Solana memes is when I started trading meme coins. And before then, I owned crypto and I traded it, but I wasn't doing on-chain stuff on like Ethereum, which a lot of OGs have been doing. So, yeah. Mr. A with the crying emojis. Everything rugs, yep. Yes, it's me, B-Man. I always forget I joined this TikTok crime. Oh. SJ. Diddy Bop. You're explaining Diddy Bop to a T and have no idea. I can't save you. Bro, Diddy Bop? I'll fucking look at it.
Lil Wayne delivering the goods.
It doesn't look bad.
Party move. Knowing your music taste, I feel
Is there actual lore? Is this a real meme? Because the chart actually does look good. Do you see how the, and I'm not saying buy this token by any means, but do you see how the volume on this token is a lot more organic? It has its natural dips and valleys. It's not noisy. It's not too noisy. It's just getting these constant buys. This is a good looking volume profile, right? I don't love the meme, to be honest. I don't know the lore behind it, but the chart does look good. I'm not going to buy it here. It's a little bit too late, but this is a good looking chart. Sorry, I'm looking at these old messages. I'm trying not to miss anyone's shit. Did you ever grind new pairs? Friendly frames, I did grind new pairs. I tried a 1-to-100 Solana on Axiom, and I blew up 3 accounts. GG, bro. Have fun. Stay poor. Bro, you're telling me to buy a $1.8 million market cap that is printing green candles. This is not where I buy. Ever, ever, ever. Not in this market. Somewhere, Brody. I have a Christmas coin, 131k market cap. I don't really like seasoned coins that much. New pairs are cooked for small wallets. Be careful. Agreed to some degree. I'm gonna head out, but have a good night, G. Wish me luck. I'm holding a fat bag of LLM. I wish you luck, bro. How do you not fumble multi-bagger trades? G is giving some really good questions. How do you not fumble multi-bagger trades? It's really hard. Because I'll give you an example of somewhere where I was underwater on a trade and kind of got bailed out. So ignoring all of these drawings, I've made a lot of money on this chart, But recently, when it pumped, I started bidding it again with the liquidity pool, and I was actually underwater at this level, and I was able to save myself just on this pump. Look how down bad this chart is, right? I started my range here, and I was still able to make money on this bounce here. In terms of not fumbling multi-bagger opportunities, I guess we can also use this chart. So I held a spot bag in a different wallet because I caught this kind of early. But actually down here, as it was dipping, I had made so much providing LP that I sold a lot of my fees here. And the only way I made more money was having that old spot bag. So it is hard to not fumble these sometimes. But for example, on this one, I made a bag because I was LPing it down here, and I had this massive run again. So I just try to catch the dips with the liquidity pools, and then holding the fees you make it's basically, it feels like holding like free money, because let's say you started your range, this is your range, right? Let's say you put in 5 SOL in this range. As it comes back out, you're going to have 5 SOL again, but you will probably have $100 to $150 in token fees that you can just hold for higher. Oh shit, 44 viewers yet. It's way too late. Guys, I think I have to get off soon, as much as I love how much viewership is pouring in. I think we have actually had a pretty decent stream. How are these dudes profiting 2 to 3K a day scalping new pairs? Just copy traders? Maybe. I know it is possible. It's always possible to be trading new pairs, but you have to be very selective. I don't really quite understand how to manage risk doing new pairs. I feel like it's very, very hard. You have to use like 100% risk, whatever you put in. So people maybe that are very selective, that watch all day and choose 1 or 2, are probably making money. Bempo, while you on it, please look at Fuzzy on XRPL. Alright, we'll look at them quickly. I'm not going to have too much to say about them because I don't trade XRP memes. It's okay. I just don't love the meme. It's okay. The volume looks a little bit noisy. It looks a little bit farmed and manufactured to me. But the chart doesn't look that bad. Fuzzy, what is LPing it? Holy fuck, guys, give me a second. I'm trying to get through them all. Here, guys, I'll link the Telegram so you can join there real quick. While I look through all of these messages, I'm trying to get to everyone. I try not to miss any message, so that's why I'm constantly looking at stuff and constantly missing things. Fuzzy on XRP, we'll look at it, bro. It looks good. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. Looks decent. The volume's good. It's not going to be an instant rug most likely, but I'm not really trading meme coins on XRP, so I don't really have a good opinion for you. Thirsty. We'll get to it. We'll get to it right now. Oh, it's on Sui? Is this legit? Is this what you're talking about, bro? There's no way. This has to be what you're talking about. Look at somewhere, bro. Okay, I got you. Do you own Pengu? No, but I don't. It's pretty strong. Pretty strong token. Okay. Thirsty, I don't really. This thing doesn't really look real. I'm not really sure what to say about that. It doesn't look bad. I'm not going to touch it. It's just not my sort of play. But you could probably LP it and make money. The meme just doesn't resonate with me super hard. You're a real one. I'm trying, bro. Bro said looks good. What did I say looks good on? I'm kind of on autopilot. Chill, man. I'm just trying to give not. I'm trying not to say things are gonna go to zero because you never know. I'm telling you, if I'm telling you I'm not gonna buy it, that should tell you what you need to know. Are meme coins your main source of income? I don't really use my meme coin income, but it's definitely the most significant source of it. What is a common mistake you notice in all of your failures? What a great question. I can tell you first-handedly, the greatest mistake I notice in all of my failures are my inability to cut losses because I actually pride myself on having very good risk management. That's the only way I was able to grow this account so consistently over such a long period of time, was having good risk management. What goes wrong in all of my losses is for some reason I just disobey them. I probably had 8 to 9, 10 big losses that like psychologically affected me, and not in the terms of like, oh, it was a big amount of money. It's probably only like biggest loss on this account was probably like 10 soul or 12, and then the other losses were probably between 4 to 6 or 7. I think I took an 8 soul loss at one point. But anyways, the money, yeah, it sucks losing, but the way I trade is it's almost like the time. Like, let's say it took me 2 weeks to get 5 soul, and I took one loss to wipe it out. It's the time suck that really fucks with me. So, the number one loss, and after a big loss, I go against my discipline, I always reset. From then on, I'm locked in. I'm not letting any coin run away from me. I'm not letting the loss run away. But that is the number one. You could be the shittiest trader ever. If you have good risk management, you won't blow up your account. And that's the bottom line. You can't blow up your account. And I never really put myself in a position where I'm in risk of blowing an account or taking a very bad loss. I have taken some bad losses recently, actually, and I'll give you an example of a terrible, terrible one I took recently. GLM. GLM. I was in this thing. I actually made money on this thing at some point. But I set up a range here, and this was the bottom of my range, I believe, this blue line. I was watching this thing on my phone all fucking day, watching it. I thought it might just give me a bounce right here and I can get out for profit, right? I could have gotten out for a 1.5 soul loss here. This thing didn't have one fucking relief. This thing didn't have one relief point for me to get out. I held this thing to basically 0. And I ended up taking a 4.5 soul loss, 4 soul loss on this one, when it could have just been a 1.5 soul loss. Instead, I wiped out, what, I don't know, 4 days of work. Alright, I'm done yapping. I'll read the comments. What's the point of this when the largest gain on a soul coin today is 2,700%? That's F all. Because you're not going to be able to consistently nail those. You can try to hit those home runs all the time. I actually hit a decent home run on Chopped today. Hit a 4.6x, which is good for me. But yeah, common mistake is not cutting losses. That is the only really real mistake. Nosy. It's not something I'll play, but it doesn't look terrible. There's no like immediate red flags to me on this. When I say it looks good, I mean there's no immediate red flags that I see. And if there's lore behind it that I don't know about, even better. It's actually kind of cool. Not bad. I'm probably not going to play it, like I said, but it's not bad. What do you think about Baby Solana? Baby Solana is a rug, unfortunately. I can show you why, I guess. This volume right here is not natural. This is being manufactured. They're just farming as much money as they can before they take this thing Whoop, straight down in one candle. Or 5 candles, something like that. I would probably take your money out. And I normally don't give financial advice like that. I don't like giving financial recommendations. Never give buy or sell advice, but this thing does look like a rug to me. 38 viewers bullish, right? Dude, I have to get off. I'm just staying on because there's so many. I think Brainrot can do some numbers, but it's a gamble. Binance, it's 400k. The only thing that I don't like about Brainrot now, because I really, really liked the meme to start with, the only problem, it probably doesn't matter that much, but there is an OG one, a year and 3 months old. Doesn't matter that much, to be honest. But yeah, that's the only thing. Doesn't look bad though. 67. I'm in 67 actually. Still looks decent to me. Thanks for the infos, bro. No problem at all, man. Learning a lot. Appreciate you, brother. Of course. And you'll see that, like, when I mention these liquidity pools, this is my range on this chart right here, right? So I'm planning on it not going here. This limits my risk, or I'm planning on it doing something like this. This range is my risk, but I can always lose money if for some reason it dumps very hard. If it the second it leaves my range, I try to make it a point. Obviously, human emotion, psychology makes it hard to sell instantly. But let's say this thing dumped very hard. Let's say this thing dumps very hard. I would go here, go to my pool, hit withdraw, withdraw and close position, and then I would go on Jupiter and sell all of it. That's how I cut my loss on a position. What determines your ranges? Recently, I try to go very deep. I try to go like minus 82% of the current price just because a lot of things have been rugging. But if you want to get fancy with it, you can use support and resistance to like nail a range. But usually I like to go a little bit below the most recent low. And if it was earlier in the chart, like here, I might make it even lower. I might make it something like that. Just protects me. Obviously, making a bigger range makes it so I don't make as much in fees, but it just protects. If you had $200, what are you doing with it right now? That's a good question. If I had to start this challenge again, I don't know. I'd probably go 2 positions max, and then I would put in probably $90 because it costs 0.05 usually to open a liquidity pool. You get that money back, but the portfolio constraint would make it so you have to at least reserve 0.05 to rent to the pool. Technically, you get it back once you close it. And then I would use the rest of the money, go 2 pools at a time, and then I'd probably just choose my favorite token. So I don't even know. $67 I did like. The fees aren't as great anymore. I don't know. I got out of a lot of positions, so it's hard for me to say now. Like, these positions I'm in right now weren't the best plays. I already closed a lot of them. Here, I guess I can, actually, I don't really want to bring that up. If you guys find my wallet from this, congrats. I don't really care. Chopped. I was in Neat. I was in Daycoin. I was in Bonkyo. I actually had a loss on that. GLM, that big loss. Noob. I don't remember if that was good or not. Little Guy, I was in Little Guy. Creed, I was in Creed. Orange, I was in that. I cut that very early before it got ugly. Dizzy, Light, Dolo, Claris. I don't even know. Motion. I liked Motion. It didn't do... I think I actually took a loss on Motion. But I liked the ticker name a lot. Even though there's another OG Motion coin, as always. But if you want lore, look at Fuzzy. Seriously, bro. I just am not buying that. I'm not going on XRP to trade, unfortunately. As much lore as there might be. Minus 550 on Creed. Yeah, I got cooked on Creed. It's so fucked. That was another coin that didn't have a fucking bounce. So this strategy can really fail if you don't get a good bounce. Like, the only time you really got a bounce here was right here and right here. So, unless you had your range set up very low, you were kind of cooked on this because there's nowhere to get out here. So, that's what you don't want to see. They happen, so you want to be positioned accordingly just in case. Oh, he removed the ticker from his thing, that's why. Did you do stocks before crypto, or did you start with crypto? I did stocks many years before crypto. Liquidity pool, I'll just follow me and DM me, or join the Telegram. I'll give you it, but it's just I'm too tired. I'm actually probably about to head off in a little. I'll wait for a few more questions and one more song. Actually, I'm gonna go put in your questions. I'm going to get some water.
Mic off.
On now. On net.
Mic on.
Coming next, a little
I'm trying to find a decent song, but they're all so ass. My Spotify DJ is not hitting right now.
Mic
Here.
off. Mic on.
Here's a little GTA vibe while I fill up my water.
Mic off. Mic off. Mic feedback off. Mic on.
Oh, need that fucking water. When did you start stocks? So I started learning when I was in high school in like 2015. Elon Toshi, I just don't like the ticker name. Another thing about me, I don't like derivatives or betas of meme coins. That's why, even though Chill House ran super hard, I didn't really like it because it was a beta of Chill Guy in House Coin. I just didn't like it. How much do you make per day? It varies significantly. Why do you use liquidity pools? Because it allows me to manage my risk a lot better. You don't have to worry about being in a meme coin as much if you're in a liquidity pool. How would someone get into trading and what should they watch out for? You're just going to have to, if you want to get into trading, I teach trading meme coins on this channel, and I teach you to use the Meteor platform here to trade them. That's mainly what I focus on, but obviously if you want to trade stocks, I'm not going to be focusing on that kind of stuff. Rules do apply. Risk management is always going to be key. So in terms of watching out for something, whatever you do, just you always want to manage your risk. You don't want to trade with more money than you can afford to lose, etc. Super basic info. In terms of actually doing stuff, you should learn about the Solana ecosystem. You should learn about meme coins, and you can do all of that looking through my videos. If you DM me, I can send you more resources. Like, isn't the point of meme coins to buy and sell, not add liquidity? So, by adding liquidity, all you are doing is providing sell orders on each side of the chart. So, let's say this coin is very early. It's pretty early, but it doesn't have that much volume where the fees are going to be super hard. When you provide liquidity, all that means is providing buy and sell orders on each side of the chart. In my case, I don't even provide sell orders because I don't like to buy the token. By providing these buy orders, we supply the chart, because think about it. Let's say I have 2 Solana at this point in the chart waiting to buy it if it drops to this level, and I have 2 Solana here. That's a lot of money. So it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot for a liquidity pool. I never break up my Solana that deep. But for a wild example, let's say I have 100 Solana here. That means people will need to sell over 100 Solana worth of the
Battery
token
low.
for it to even break down through this level. if I have 100 sold buy orders set up here. That's why liquidity matters, because you can take care of the chart. You can take advantage of people who want to get out or get in a hurry. Because when you market buy, that's impatient buying. When you are setting up limit orders, you are giving liquidity to the market. You are not taking it from whatever existing orders there are. You taking it from whatever existing orders there are. You orders, because in that case, you are always going to be getting filled on the better side of it. Let's say there's not a buy order until oh, so you're artificially making the chart to do what you want. Technically, if you had enough money, that's what you would be doing. The liquidity I set up isn't going to make too much of a dent, right? Because I only have, like, at most I have $30 per little price point, so I'm not really supporting the chart that much. But when those orders come through my pool, I'm getting paid a fee because they are taking my liquidity from me. I'm the provider here, so I get to set what fee I charge them, right? Like, for example, in this chart, on the boss chart, it's a 2% fee minimum. When this gets very volatile, the dynamic fee can go up. So that means if this dynamic fee is 10%, that means I'm getting 10% of the fee through every single order bin, which can be a lot. But 2% fee minimum. So in order for an order to come through here, whoever is trading through it, whoever is using Jupiter or whatever swapping software, whatever aggregator they're choosing, they're getting hit with 2% slippage just for going through the pool. Appreciate you, fam. Wealth and Super Cycle gonna run. Look at Super Cycle. Alright, this is like the last thing I'm looking at. It's too late. I gotta go. Super Cycle, real. Not bad looking. It will probably break out. I like this little bounce right here. So these are tokens that probably aren't ideal to LP on because they're only getting 27k in volume. But these are, like, I don't mind the sleepers that I'm getting shilled because these are OG coins, almost a year old. OG coins waking up. If we have a big Solana ecosystem boost, they could run very hard. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. How much do you make? It depends, bro. This wallet is at 106 Solana. As you can see, I started with 1.5 Sol in August 1st of last year. What YouTubers do you highly recommend from learning from other than TJR? Handsome Finance is a very, very good YouTuber. Itcoin is crazy. I just didn't like the lore on it design. You know how picky I am. Oh, that's not it. My bad. I didn't love the lore on it. The volume is a little bit weird. Actually, the volume's not bad, but it's pretty, like, noisy to me. I don't like this noisy volume here. I can't tell if it's real or not. It's at all-time highs. I'm not gonna buy it, but it looks good. If you're in this, congrats. Maybe take some off here. Yeah, these hella boost too. Interesting. Thank you for the follows, guys. If you're here, drop a follow. Bro, I started with 2 Sol and Yeezy and lost everything because I had no liquid left. Yeah, that can happen. I'm telling you, if you just follow along this channel, it might take a few sessions or a week or two before you really know what's going on. But if you tune in consistently, you will start seeing how this stuff can play out, how you can risk a little bit less to make a little bit more. But anyways, guys, it's past that time. I think we're going to have to cut it here. But make sure to drop a follow. I'll drop the Telegram, and I will give it 2 more minutes before I head off if you have any last-minute questions. I know I already said that, but... Harrison says, salute. Good night, bro. Good stream. Haha. Thanks, Design. Pleasure for you to join in as always. I'll see you in the tally. Harrison, I want to see you in the tally. Need some good questions. I appreciate it. Everyone else, I appreciate you being here. Join the Telegram. Drop a follow. Shoot me a DM. I try to respond to everyone. But yeah, that is going to be all for this meme. I mean, for this stream. Jeez, I'm retarded. Oh. Alright, see you guys. In a good way, by the way. I didn't say that any derogatory. I just meant like I actually am. So I shouldn't get banned if this somehow gets flagged. Alright, see you guys. Are we on X? Yes, we are.